If you've only got a small space to dance in, then this is the combination for you. It's smooth, it's sensual, and you can do it in the tiniest room or a restaurant. Let's go. As always, this video is for intermediate and advanced belly dance students and teachers. Please use this combination, dance it, teach it, share it. It's there for you. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 2, and other side, circle. The moves that we're going to be using are camels and some 8s and some circles, which I'm assuming that you'll know, although I will teach them through briefly for you anyway. But there's one move that you may not know. It's a move that quite a lot of us in the UK have been taught, and we call it a Kenya. But dancers outside the UK don't usually know this, so I have a bit of a theory that it must have been made up at some point in the distant past by a belly dance teacher here in the UK, and she, or he probably, she called it a Kenya. Nobody's quite sure why, but it's a great move. I love it, and I put it in lots of my combinations. So the way that it works is it's led by the foot. Okay? So my right foot is going to come across here, it's going to step out, and I turn my body towards that foot. So if you look in the mirror, you'll see that I come through and I step, yeah? And you can see that I turn towards the foot. I'll show you straight on so you can see. I'll just pull this up a little bit. Can you see that my foot comes through and I open it out and I step on it, and I turn my body towards that foot. So it's coming across, round, and I step on it. Watch out that you keep that foot on the ground. Yeah, one of the things that I always find when I teach a lot of Kenyas is that it rubs my toenail polish off, because I'm actually keeping my toe on the ground. As it comes through, you'll find that it does kind of slightly scrape the end of your toenail polish if you've got toenail polish on. Yeah? But you don't want to be lifting it up off the floor. The other thing that you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be closing the circle. You don't want to take this foot out and then bring it back in again, because that just looks weird. It really will. But that's something that people quite often do, and they end up just coming in too close. You have to feel that you're stepping out, and you're stepping out, and you're stepping out. I'm going to come in a bit closer so you can see what's going on up here. If you're more advanced, and you want to start thinking about making it a little bit juicier, a little bit more sensual, then you can get a little bit of belly action and a little bit of rib cage action going on. So as I take my step, as I step down, I'm going to lift, as I take that step, I lift my rib cage and I relax my tummy. As my foot comes through, I pull my tummy in and I come around and I release. So I'm getting a little bit of an undulation going on. Don't let the shoulders get involved, obviously, but you're basically pulling in on the foot coming through and releasing and lifting that rib cage as you take the step. Yeah, so I'll show you in the mirror. So we're going here and here, and you can lift the arms to stretch a little bit more, obviously keeping the shoulders down all the time as you lift your arms, but that creates it's a nice sort of undulating step that we'll see as we put this combination together. It's a useful step to add in after other ones, yeah. And it's just got a nice flow to it, I think. So that's what I call a Kenya. Let's get on with the rest of the combination. This combination, like all of my combinations, is taught over 32 counts, and there's a really good reason for it. It means that you can put that into pretty much any piece of music. It's a great way of creating a combination that you can use in your own dances, in your own choreographies and in your own improvisations. Check out my video that explains how it works and shows you how to put this into any piece of music. We're going to start off by doing a circle, 2 circles to the right. Now this is a walking circle, so we're doing a step together, and one of the things that I like to do is I like to just touch my foot here, and you see how I'm just touching this left foot, and that tells me that I'm going to be going the other way. It's a nice little brain trigger. Step together, step and touch. The other thing is that as I touch, I'm going to show you sideways, I just pull my tummy in, a little bit like somebody has just given me a little karate chop here, just kind of like in my, just where my thighs meet my torso, yeah? Step together, step, there's that little tuck here. My bum just goes back a little bit here. Step together, step, touch. Yeah, let's just do a few of those, getting used to it. Always keep your circles level. Step together, step, touch. Make sure that your heels are on the ground when you're doing your circle, yeah? Don't lift those heels up. If your circles are getting wobbly, it's probably because you're lifting your heels up as you go to the side. Yeah, you need to keep them together. The other thing as well, if you're an intermediate dancer, the other thing to be aware of is that you want to keep your feet pretty close together. Don't try and make a whacking great big step when you're doing a walking circle. And of course, if you want me to teach walking circles at any times, just put a comment in the comments below. Anything that you want me to teach and give you more details about, just add it into the comments and I will promise to respond. Here we go. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. We're now going to be doing a nice deep hip circle, and it's going to be a little bit wriggly on the way up. So we're going to be doing a step together. Now, when I do a deep hip circle, I like bringing my foot in close, bending the knees and going round. I prefer to do that rather than having the feet apart because I just think it looks much nicer. So therefore I take a step, I bring the other foot in nice and close, I push my hip out. As I go over, I make sure that my shoulders are back. I'm not going over like this. Push that hip round, all the way round to the other way and coming up. So that's how I do a deep hip circle. Yeah? Step together, round. Now, as I come up, in this case, I'm going to bring my left hip forward first and then my right hip. So I'm creating a figure of 8 as I come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I'm going to lift my heel a little bit as I come up. So circle, lift the heel, lift the heel. Yeah? So 2 circles to the right. 1 and 2. Left. 1 and 2. Big circle. Step together. Twist and twist. Then we're going to do our Kenya. Kenya and Kenya. That, just so you know, goes over 16 counts. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do it the next set in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 sets of 8. That, of course, is 16. Let's add some arms. My arms are going to come up and in to here on the first 2 circles. They're going to come down on the second. When you take your hands down your body, pull your elbows back so that you're bringing the hands beautifully down the side here. And that's going to look much nicer than if you kind of do it here, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do our big hip circle. I'm going to lift my arms right up high. 1, 2. Bring it down. Twist forward and forward. Lift the arms up for the Kenya, Kenya, and Kenya. That is the end of our first half of the combo. Let's do it with the arms together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, now I have my right foot up. I've got both arms up. I'm going to start cameling round towards the right. Because I've got my right foot up, that means that that's where I'm going to go. Let's take the arms out of the equation for a while we're looking at the feet. Whenever you learn a choreography, always do your feet first. As long as the feet work, everything else can kind of like come on afterwards. Obviously, knowing what's going to happen with your arms is really important, but you must be sure of your feet before you start trying to layer the arms on, because adding the arms, we all know it's tricky. So make sure that you get your feet sorted out first. Anyway, so I've got my foot out here because I've just finished my Kenya. I'm going to do 4 camels round. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I'm going to put this left foot back. I'm now on the diagonal. I'm going to do 4 little hip drops going from front to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a step, lift the hip here and bring it in. I'm going to do it with the counts now because you need to know that one camel goes over 2 counts, and you'll see why. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, settle down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's add those arms. We're here. Now, it's up to you how tricky you want to make this. Hi, everybody. Yeah? If you don't want it too tricky, you're just going to drop your right arm down as you camel round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's your easy arm option. So as I say, here we are after our Kenyas. And I'm just going to drop my right arm. You can think of it as being the arm that's going in the direction of your camels. That's the one that comes down. Almost like it's going to point the way. Camel, 2, 3, 4, step back. And now you're in hip drop position. Drop, 2, 3, 4. And let's bring those arms in and down. And you'll find there'll be a little weight at the end of the combination before you go in. We're going to be doing it on the left-hand side as well. And there'll be a little weight on the 8, and that just gives you a chance to just kind of settle yourself in and think about what's going to happen next. Trickier version. 2 more advanced options. First, the camels. When I do a camel, I like to go up and down on it. So I would go, if I'm here, I'm going to go down and up, down and up and. So I'm basically, when I say I'm going down and up, what's happening is I bend my knees a little bit and I straighten them. I bend them, not too much, and I straighten them. I bend them and I straighten. So I get a little extra movement, a little bit of bobbing happening here. And of course you can go up first or down first, up to you. The second option is with the arms. As I go around the camel, I can bring my left arm across my face and down here. And then I can change it so the right arm comes down. So if I just do that in the mirror, I would be coming here and here. Now, if you're going to do that, I do it with a little bit of a hand ripple. What you'll be wanting to do, ideally, is to lift the left arm as the right arm comes down. Yeah? So it's like I'm doing a sort of a windmill kind of move. Yeah? The reason I say that's advanced is quite something to be thinking about that when you're also thinking about your combination and your technique and all the rest of it. But if you're an advanced dancer or a teacher, you'll be able to do that. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. And you can see as I turn around, because I'm bringing this across my face, I'm able to look at my audience, and then I'm able to look at my audience as I come around. I'll do this to you so you can see. So I'm here. As I start cameling, I bring this across, you can see my face. And as I come round, again, you can see my face. Yeah? So it's a really nice little way of just creating a little bit of audience connection and some extra beauty. So let's go from the top. We're almost there. Circle to the right. Circles to the left. Big hip circle, feet together. Twisting to come up, left, right. Kenya with the arms lifting. Kenya, Kenya. I'm going to do the simple camel going round. Camel, camel, camel. Camel, step back, drop, 2, 3, 4, and then you can either bring the hands in and then there, or if you prefer, you can just lift and bring them in. I'll do it now with the fancy arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and circles to the left. Big hip circle. Big hip circle. Twist left hip, right hip. Kenya and Kenya. And bobbing camel, hand comes down. Keep going, other hand comes down. Now you can bring the hands together to here when you do the hip drops. And then tilt that hand here and you bring it in. I forgot to say that, didn't I? Let's show you this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Bring these hands in here so everything's on the diagonal and that points the audience's eye down to your hip. Drop, 2, 3, 4, and then we tilt the other way so we lift the shoulder, what's this? This is an elbow. Lift the elbow up here and that then tilts the audience's eye line down to your left hip. Clever or what? Just suddenly felt very proud of myself there because I realised what I'd done. Okay, let's put some music on and let's practice it through. Just going to do a nice simple beat to dance it through to, and as I say, check out my video about 32 count combinations and you'll see how you can put it into lots of other pieces of music. Okay, here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 circles to the right, 2 to the left. Give me a big hip circle, twist, twist, Kenya and Kenya. Let's camel, hip drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, touch and in. Let's try that on the left. 5, 6, to the left. We're going left, 2, and right, 2, go left, big circle, and Kenya, Kenya, going right. Hip drops. Step, touch, and in. Do it one side and then the other, yeah? So we're going to go to the right first and then do it through again on the left. Here we go. To the left, going 1. Right, 2, big hip circle, twist, right, left, Kenya and Kenya. Up that up a little bit, and drop, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it on the right again. Circle to the right, circle to the left, big hip circle, circle, and circle, and a big hip circle, Kenya, and Kenya. Again, last time. Last time to the left. I have a feeling this is the end of the music. Let's give ourselves a pose. Well done. One thing that occurred to me, if you find it difficult, if you're more of an intermediate dancer and you find it difficult to do this circle with twist, it occurred to me when I was running it through, because it was quite fast, the music, and it occurred to me it might be a little bit difficult for you to get this twist in as well. So of course it's absolutely fine to just do a circle and come up and then do the Kenyas. But I think when you get used to it, doing this little twist and a twist will then get you very nicely and smoothly into the Kenyas. I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, please use it, teach it, share it, and if you like my videos, please do subscribe. I bring out a new video every Friday, or more actually, and so subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you won't miss out on any of the videos. And check out my other videos, particularly check out the one that I uploaded on the same day, which shows you how to put any of my 32 count combinations into your favorite piece of music and dance to it. Have fun.